Hello and welcome to Trash Party Aftermath. This is Justin.
This is Chris.
So, as you know, Jen and I go for walks at night.
Yeah, you do Market Street or something.
Remember one time I wore a cape. I jogged in a cape.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah, you guys walk.
So,
which is healthy and good.
I think it was Tuesday.
Like
this past Tuesday.
Okay.
Just this week. We're okay. So we get to the end of our street and we're gonna take a left to go by the park.
Okay.
Go around because then once we hit, is it Douglas Street that goes by the church? I think that's Douglas.
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
That. Yeah, I know. Where
so
you're at.
once we hit that, usually that's when we start jogging.
Okay.
So
you like jog a little bit, walk a little bit,
yeah,
jog a little bit,
jog a little, walk a little. So we take our left to go our normal route. And Jen grabs my arm and she's like, let's go this way. So immediately I think, oh, someone's on the sidewalk. She sees somebody.
Okay.
So
just avoiding contact or animal. Whatever.
Yeah, if there's like if there's like a group of teenagers and stuff, like I don't want to fuck with that. So.
Yeah.
So she grabs my arm and we lead the other way. And she's like, we get a little bit of a distance away and she's like, there's somebody down there. And they are rail thin, and they're dressed all in white, and they're staring at the observatory.
Huh? Because I know the lady that lives in there.
Okay.
Her name's Lainey, but she's definitely not rail skinny.
She's not rail thin, tall man.
She works at I think Bridgeway.
Well, okay.
She works at one of the data entering places in town.
Okay, so there's...
So this makes it a little weirder for you,
yeah, because I thought maybe a man lives there.
Mm-mm. It's a lady. She's probably 40. Probably around 40.
Okay.
Single lady. I know she has like a dog and a cat. She used to work at McDonald's with me. That's how I knew her. We're like Facebook friends. That's about it.
I mean, this could be very well nothing creepy, but it was definitely like... So she leads me away, and she's looking down the way, and like I don't really see anybody, but she has better night vision than me.
Yeah.
She's looking down. She's like, they're not moving, and she's like, they're just standing there, and she's like, I don't want to say Slender Man, but
but it looks like
she's like, it looks like that, and so we actually, I was like, you want to run? Because, like, let's just get further away. I was like, let's run. So we ran, like, basically to her shop then.
Yeah.
Then we walked, and we're just like, what the fuck? And, like, I was like, part of me just wants to go back.
To see what the hell
to
it was.
see what it was. Or to, like,
yeah.
If someone's going to be fucking weird, like, I want to confront, I want to confront that.
Yeah.
And, like.
Stop it before it gets even worse.
Like, do you have a problem? Like, so she's like, no, I really don't want to do that. And, like. It sounds dumb, but like sometimes I do carry like a pocket knife just in case, like dogs.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to be in a situation where there's a dog and like I'm defenseless. So I didn't have anything with me though. I had nothing. We didn't even have our phones, and I was like, because if it rains, we don't want to have our phones on us. So we just run out with our keys. So we did the whole walk. Basically,
you went in reverse. Or whatever.
Did it in reverse. Went basically around half of the town. It's a 20-minute little jaunt. So then we're like going back the opposite way.
Yeah. By
the church, and then we come to the corner to the observatory. In our town, there's this like building that used to
be
an observatory. So it's got it's a house. It's got like a domed roof. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna turn the corner there.
Still there, or is he?
And Jen's like, nope. And she leads me away again, back down. So essentially we keep going straight, and we cut through our backyard.
Okay.
As we were turning the corner, and like
so you cut through the field behind your house, or you went
well,
to the
yeah,
road?
we did that. But I mean, yeah, we cut behind the lot. But as we were rounding the corner, and that's when she stopped me. Whoever it was, like, stepped into the light a little bit, like, into the road.
Where it had, like, the street light or whatever?
Yeah, and, like, she saw, like, it was the same person. So, we got out of there. And then, okay, so we got home, and we're both like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah.
They were pretty much, like, because there's, like, a valley there a little bit.
Or it's like a valley that runs to the pond or whatever.
And like, you would think, like, well, maybe it's the person who lives in the house that's on the corner, but no one lives there.
Yeah, because it's for sale or
yeah,
something.
And, like, if you're telling me a little old lady lives in the observatory...
Oh, she's not old. She's 40. Like 35 to 40.
But she's not a tall man?
No. She's probably Jen's height and probably about like Jen. Maybe a little heavier.
So that's ultra concerning. It could have been... I guess it could have been whoever lives... the next house over, like on my street.
Yeah.
It could have been them, maybe in their backyard, like area, like standing on the street. It could have just been somebody on their phone, I don't know.
For
why
20
were they?
Minutes,
why
though?
were they there for 20 minutes? Yeah.
My guess is that place. I don't know if we've talked about this yet. The
health clinic.
Yeah.
Or the health center.
Yeah, and it's like they're weird people.
Let's just say it's a cult. Could we just say it's a cult? It's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a health cult. Like a new age health cult. Well, they do, they run missionaries to Africa.
Yeah. And it's like, who are these people? What the fuck is going on?
I know they're here for good reasons. It's not like they're...
Yeah, they're not here to like...
No, they're not here to like...
Not the bubble wrap cult from Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Donkey lips. Yeah, I'm not like, if it was a person from there, but why were they there for 20 minutes?
But like, and another reason, I don't know if I told you, I might have told Jen, but I go that way when I go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because we kind of live on the same street in our town, so people know. Like, if I go to the corner of my street, I could follow one road and go all the way to Justin's backyard.
Yeah, we're connected by 2 streets, basically.
Yeah. So, I take that road, which leads us out to our truck stop, restaurants, McDonald's, Casey's, etc. I usually take that road, and I think it was one night, it's been a while, this year, I took that road and was coming back from McDonald's, and I was at the park, and there was 2 dudes, probably our age, older, within 10 years of us.
Yeah.
And they had white pants on, they were outside of that place, took their shirts off, laid it on the fence next to the driveway, and went for a run heading towards the observatory and around.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Was it night?
Yeah, it was 8, 9 o'clock.
This is like quarter to midnight.
See, I don't know.
It's weird.
My guess is it's probably something from them. Like maybe he went for a walk and got lost.
Well, okay. Here's a sidebar. Then this might connect. I'm not worried. Like, if it's them, like, they're the least of my problems, because I think they're all, like, Christian-y and stuff.
Yeah, they're all help America,
it's a Christian
or help the world,
health
whatever.
Missionary. It's good.
Yeah,
like,
they're there to help.
I'm not so xenophobic and, like, racist that I'm gonna, like, judge anybody for going there. Like, no, it's... Like, to me,
that's for good.
To me, that's a better thing than the fucked up rednecks that live in our town. Like, honestly.
I don't think the rednecks in our town can afford anything white. outside of Wrangler jeans and beaters.
That's why I wasn't worried. So I'm not worried about that. So our walk goes by there. So when we walked past that, usually there's no activity. Everyone's in bed.
Yeah, every time I go by, it's always like
because I think
no activity outside. There might be a few cars in that side parking lot and some lights on in the room and hallways, but I never see yard work or anything like that.
When we went by that night, I didn't see anybody, but there was a van parked there running. It was on
that side parking lot on that little side
on the
street
side parking lot. So it was on, and it was just. I mean, if it wasn't on, the lights were on.
Yeah.
So it was somebody had been at the car.
Yeah.
So I don't. Maybe somebody went for a walk and was going to come back to the vehicle. I don't know. I really don't know. But as long as I don't get my soul eaten by the Slender Man, so we got home. We ran through our backyard, kind of freaked out. Got inside. We're like, what the fuck? Then we got out. We went to her car and we went for a drive. Like, drove past. Yeah. And by that time, they were gone.
Like you did a circle around town just to see if they were walking or...
Well, we circled by that.
Yeah.
And nobody was there. So it stands to reason that, like, when we were going to walk down that way, maybe they even heard us because we were talking and stuff. Maybe when we turned and they stepped out Jen led me away. Maybe they were just walking away then. So I don't know. I want to think it wasn't something. My only fear is that somebody was like casing the place, casing some of the houses or something like that, and they're gonna rob them. But I guess that counts as like a small town, scary, unknown, fucked up segment.
Yeah,
I was definitely freaked out then because we just watched. There's a movie called Gerald's Game. Have I talked about it?
yes.
Oh,
well,
Gerald's.
not on the podcast, but
Somebody watched Gerald's Game who's listening to this. I won't.
Netflix,
I
so I
won't
don't
talk
have
about it, but
I watched it.
there might be ominous. There might be an ominous figure that matches the description that I gave that we saw on the street that night. So
Yeah, see, I don't. Granted, yeah, different hours of work, but I have been out,
after dark.
driving or
It's when you go
commuting
for
to Galesburg or whatever. I've been out, between midnight and 4 a.m. because I go through town at 4 a.m. to go to work in the morning. And, and I was like, and I've been out, like, last night. We got home from wrestling at, like, 12:30. And
Yeah.
I've been through, 12:30, 1 o'clock every time, but I've never, ever, ever, ever. I've seen, like, people at houses where, like, they're sitting in a garage drinking or, like, on the porch with their wife or, I've seen stuff like that, but I've never seen someone walking, like Pokemon Go or walking or anything. I see, like, the basic people, like, out in their yard, like, oh, shit, it's 1, we forgot something in the car, like, out in the, but I've never seen, like, anyone walking, exercising, creeping, whatever you want to call it.
That's the thing. I just want to make sure someone wasn't creeping and being weird. And,
yeah, I haven't seen any of that.
And since then, like, we have gone on a few more walks and we haven't seen anything, so it could have just been a fluke. I'm just going to call it a fluke.
Until it happens again.
Yeah.
Or until you see him.
Well, I think what I'm going to do from now on, I want to get some pepper spray. That's what I was talking about. Like that,
Yeah,
I kind of want to get some pepper
Get
spray.
the bear mace. I'd drop them real quick.
Drop that white pants motherfucker real fast.
Deep hands him and run away.
Slender Man ain't got nothing on bear mace.
Slender Man's got nothing on bear mace and getting deep hands to Knoxville.
Why deep hands him? Just to humiliate him. So we went to wrestling last night. It was a lot of fun. Hacksaw was there. There's
like
pictures,
a surprise.
There's pictures and videos, so we don't have to really talk about that too much. It was a good time. I got a high five, and he hugged my brother. And
fucking huge hand.
He did have like a
extremely
sausage mitt. My brother said he played for the Falcons, or like he almost played for.
So he was almost
Like he
a
was
sports star.
basically, like he was really athletic. Yeah. So, dude, I about blacked out in that hallway last night.
I did.
So
I will fully admit it. I just remember leaning against a wall.
I looked over a few times, and I didn't know if you were with us still.
I think the sweet release finally hit me.
That sweet death you've been praying for finally kicked in. Yeah,
It was terrible. You wanted us to wedge in. We could have stayed in the hallway.
I wanted to make sure we got in there because I knew it was a big deal, and I'm glad we did wedge in because
I wasn't. It smelled like bad breath and BO in there.
I've never heard like such a high concentration of like 6th grade immature jokes.
And I don't think any of them were 6th graders.
No, coming out
even
of like 20-year-olds and
even
and
the
shit.
like younger. Okay, they were probably super young. Like a guy had his daughter with him.
Yeah.
That looked like was like 5th grade. Middle school.
Yeah.
Like, the 2 girls that were there and the ones that were younger were well more behaved than the 18 to 25-year-olds.
I don't know what's wrong with
Like, they
some
were
of
just
those
sitting
people.
on the stairs talking with each other.
Meanwhile, you got, like, inappropriate, I'm all for dirty humor and shit, but, like, you
Not
have...
in a room with
you
little
have
kids and older people.
Stupid jokes being, like, yelled across the room. And I was just insulted on, like, a humor level. Like, it was insulting to my comedic sensibilities. And I'm not that funny either, but, like, I would like to think that I'm not out there making those kinds of bullshit jokes. So, like,
And
on
on
an entertainment level, I was offended.
On an entertainment level, it was like below fart jokes.
Yeah, it was like sub-fart.
It was like the pre-fart jokes.
It was bubble gut.
It was mediocre bubble gut without Tums style jokes.
Yeah, so that was a problem. That was a real problem for me. And like, I'm sitting in there and I'm like, I'm getting it on all sides. And did you hear me? I was so hot and I was sweating and it was getting really loud and I just started to yell.
No, that's when I finally, the sweet release might have came about.
And I don't even know if anyone really heard me, but I was just like, and Jen was like, she like grabbed my arm and she's like, it's fine. She was like, it's fine. Because I just couldn't take anymore and I was so hot and I was so annoyed. Yes. And then I'm just going to fucking call him Upper Chin because that's what we call him.
Yeah.
He doesn't, no one knows who that is.
It's only like us three and then a couple other ladies that go.
He
that know
is
that
like the main perpetrator of horse shit at those shows. And he hasn't been at the past few and I've been fine with it.
Yeah, because he doesn't have money.
They say, yeah. So, he is like at my back, waving this sweaty ass shirt around, and I am like smelling it each time. And if it would have hit me, like that would have been trouble. I wouldn't have done anything. But
Pastel Hulk finally pasteled out.
He makes a brief appearance
in Walcott.
So he's like in my ear, yelling across the room, and I just like turned my head and I was like, "Stop talking."
See, I remember you turning your head. Okay, I remember looking because you wanted to wedge into the room.
Yeah.
So we wedged into the room, and like I'm like, okay, cool. I got no one to talk to. I'm gonna relax. It's like 6:05. Doors are 6:30. Okay.
It was 5:50 to be fair.
Was it?
Yeah, it was I made us stand in the shit for longer than you wanted.
So I leaned up against the wall. You know, it's like, all right, no one's bumping into me. There's an older couple playing Candy Crush or whatever on their phone in front of me. They're quiet. You know, I'm like,
see,
all right.
That's how you know things are backwards when someone's still playing Candy Crush.
So I was all right with it, and then that kid and his group of friends got closer, and I'm like, ugh. So I was listening to it on top of his cigarette breath and dumb jokes and dirty shirts swinging, and so I like leaned against a wall and like I think I napped or passed out, and then I just remember you telling the kid to shut up, and I looked, I'm like, what's happening? Are we getting into a fight? And I looked at my phone, I'm like, oh cool, we got like 2 minutes left.
I didn't tell him to shut up. I said stop talking.
Should have just told him to shut up.
Yeah, I should have. That was bad. Then we got into the show, and everything was fine. It's just like that
initial
getting there,
whatever.
Is just
fine getting there.
Oh my god,
the 30-minute wait in line.
And I want our seats. I just want it's like you have to go through some shit if you want to get what you want.
Yeah.